Picture this: you, a flask of lukewarm coffee, and a trail that disappears into a cloud of dust. Are you ready to venture off the beaten path? Let's explore the top 5 off-road cars that dominate the wild. First up, we have a true blue American legend, the Jeep Wrangler Rubicon. Some might call it agricultural, moaning about the solid axles and medieval ride, but that's missing the point. Under the hood, a 3.6-liter V6 churns out 285 horsepower and 260 lb-ft of torque. That's enough grunt to pull a moderately sized building down or up a steep, rocky path. With 10.8 inches of ground clearance, this thing laughs in the face of speed bumps. It's not exactly cheap at $44,000, but can you really put a price on freedom? Well, actually, you can. It's on the sticker. Next, we're hopping across the pond to Japan, home of reliability and incredibly well-made cars. But don't think for a minute that the Toyota Land Cruiser is boring. This big, boxy behemoth boasts a 5.7-liter V8, pumping out 381 horsepower and 401 lb-ft of torque. Now, you might think that all that power would come at the cost of fuel economy. And you'd be right. But who cares? We're talking about conquering mountains, not saving pennies. At $85,000, it's not for the faint of wallet. But for that price, you're getting a vehicle that will probably outlive you and your kids. Right, back to good old Blighty for a proper off-road icon, the Land Rover Defender. This, my friends, is the vehicle that conquered Africa. Well, not this exact one, obviously. But this new one, it's got all the heritage with a modern twist. You've got a choice of engines, all the way up to a brawny number with 395 horsepower and 406 lb-ft of torque. With a ground clearance of 11.5 inches, the Defender practically levitates over obstacles. Now, you might think that a vehicle this capable would require a small mortgage. Prices start at $51,000. But for that, you're getting a vehicle that's as happy navigating a muddy field as it is parked outside a fancy restaurant. Speaking of comebacks, let's talk about the Ford Bronco. This American icon is back, baby. And it's brought its A-game. Ford knew they couldn't mess this one up, and they haven't. You've got a choice of punchy engines, topping out at 310 horsepower and 400 lb-ft of torque. With 11.6 inches of ground clearance, the Bronco laughs in the face of pretty much anything you can throw at it. The best part? It starts at a surprisingly reasonable $40,000. Finally, we come to the granddaddy of them all, the Mercedes-Benz G-Class, or as it's more affectionately known, the G-Wagon. This, my friends, is the off-roader for those who like their mud with a side of champagne. It's like a bank vault on wheels, except this vault can climb a mountain. Under the hood, a 4-liter V8 biturbo engine produces 416 horsepower and 450 lb-ft of torque. With 9.5 inches of ground clearance, the G-Wagon can handle anything you throw at it. Of course, all this luxury and capability comes at a price, an eye-watering $131,000. But hey, if you can afford it, why not? So there you have it, my friends. 5 of the most capable off-roaders on the planet. From the rugged simplicity of the Wrangler to the luxurious opulence of the G-Wagon, there's something for everyone. Which of these off-road beasts caught your eye? Like, subscribe and share to join more adventures. But remember, no matter what you drive, the most important thing is to get out there and explore. Just make sure you bring a good tow rope